The story of Master Confucius and Xiang on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on March 10, 2021.
Now, there is a story about Confucius and a person named Hạng Thác. I don't know how to translate that. Okay, maybe if you have a dictionary or Google, you can find out. Hạng Thác, huh? A like a hotel, A apple, N November, G like God, with the dot under, dấu nặng, the dot under the A, and then Thác, T, tango. H like holy, A like almighty, C like what?
Car.
Car? Okay, car it is. Yes, why not? All right, we mix holy with... I have made an alphabet about the spiritual terms, but I forgot. I don't use it often. Forgive me. All right. Because we had the story before about many questions from Alexander the Great, remember?
Yes.
The emperor? Yes. And so there is another kind of question-answer story about Confucius and another person. All right? Yeah. I think I wear my glasses now. If I can find it. Yes, I can. Oh, no, not true. I thought I prepared it, but I didn't. Where's my glasses? I will have to try to read without glasses. Last time I could. Just a little bit blur, okay? Because I look into the screen is so bright. And that's why it's blurred also. Okay, I'm trying now. My glass, I can't believe this. How can it be? The room is so small and you could even lose something. All right, never mind. Confucius and Hạng Thác. During one of Confucius' tour around various countries with the horse carriage. Man, I don't have the glasses. I hope I can read. It's a kind of blurred right now. I just have to toss it, turn it around, see which is a better position. Very, very blurred, but can read, yeah. One time when Confucius was journeying around to maybe lecture or see his disciples on a horse carriage in different countries. One time, he and his entourage went on a road that led into a town. And then they saw a small boy who was building like a small little citadel across the street to stop cars and people. That's what the purpose was. So Confucius asked him, "Hey, little boy, you saw my horse carriage. Why you don't move away?" He stayed in front of the road here, in the middle. So the small boy bowed to Confucius as a respectful greeting, and then very dignifiedly answered him. "I heard people say that you are Confucius, who is very versed in heaven and earth knowledge. And also you know everything about humans' morals and principles, etc. But today I met you in person, and I feel like those rumors about you are not correct." Wow. You hear me well?
Yes.
How come you're not wow and want nothing?
Wow.
A little boy who dared to challenge Confucius, saying that he doesn't believe what people said about him, that he's a wise man. And you didn't wow nothing. Wow again.
Wow.
All right, let's see what transpired, because I read it before one time, but I don't remember anything. Not much. You know why? He said because from the beginning of the time up to now, only the carriage has to avoid the citadels or the buildings. Nobody has heard that the buildings or the citadel has to avoid the carriage. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's true, eh? Yes. He built it with earth, with soil, but still it's a citadel, right? So Confucius was very, very surprised. He asked the little boy again, what is your name? So the boy say, my name is Hạng Thác. You know what Hạng Thác name in English? Who cares? Confucius asked him again, how old are you? So the boy said, sir, I am 7 years old. So Confucius was even more, surprised, astounded. He asked again, only 7 years old? And so intelligent like that? So the boy said, sir, I have heard that there are fish called cá nỏ, that kind of fish. Only after 3 days from birth, they already swim everywhere, naturally and happily. And then the rabbit, only 6 days after birth, they can already run everywhere on the field and the meadows. I am already born since 7 years. How can you say I'm overly intelligent? Wow. Truly. Wow. I wouldn't be this intelligent. I wouldn't be able to ask Confucius that way. Now, Confucius was beyond himself with surprise. He was thinking to himself that he had to give the boy some questions, but difficult questions, to see how intelligent he is. He's testing his IQ now. As if that was not enough already to scare him. He wanted to test him further with difficult questions. So he said to the boy, hey, can you listen? I want to ask you some questions. What kind of mountain has no stones? In what kind of water there are no fish? What kind of door will not close? And then what kind of carriage has no wheels? What kind of ox will not bear a calf? What kind of horse will not give foal? What kind of fire gives no smoke? What kind of man that has no wife? What kind of woman that has no husband? What kind of day is short? What kind of day is longer? What kind of tree has no branches and leaves? What kind of citadel has no officials in it? And what kind of person has no personal name? Oh, can you answer all that for me? I can, because I read it. All right, okay. So the little boy was very composed and peaceful. Answer him after thinking a little bit only. So he said, sir, Clay Mountain has no stones. Yes, because some mountains just earth, is no stone. So he say, Clay Mountain has no stones. The water in the well will have no fish swimming in it. It's also water, right? The well water has no fish in it. Any door that has no panel cannot close. He asked what kind of carriage has no wheels. So the boy said, the carriage that's carried by people, we call it palanquin, of course, has no wheels. Wow. The ox statue that's made by earth will not give a calf. The wooden horse will not give a foal. The deities, the male deities, because mostly people think deities are male, So male deities don't have wives. Female fairies don't have husbands. Wow, that's a lot to think, huh? I wouldn't be able to answer that. Winter days are short. Summer days are long. The dead tree will not have any branches or leaves. They still call it a tree, right? Correct? Yes. He is not wrong, huh? The deserted citadel will not have any officials in it. The baby just born doesn't have any name. Wow, it's all correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Hạng Thác just gave in one row of answers like that, without pausing in between even. And then he continued, "Now it's my turn, sir. May I ask you some questions also?" Of course. What do you think Confucius answered?
Yes.
He cannot say no, right? He cannot say no to the kid who he has asked so many questions and in front of all of his disciples. So I guess that he say yes. He did not say yes yet. The boy continued asking immediately. He worried that if Confucius say no, then he has no chance, I guess. Such a clever boy. He must have been born like a genius. Yes. It's not like often we have such genius or intelligent human beings on our planet. It's just rare, huh? Yes. Nowadays we also have some young boys who went to college and all that, right? Went to university because he's super intelligent for high school, yeah, for example. And many geniuses at young age, they play already piano or other instruments or having some other scientific theory and stuff like that, yeah? So it's not often, but it did exist. Like the Buddha, the legend has it that when he was born, he already walked 7 steps, yeah? And each step he walked, there was a lotus that protected his feet already. Maybe that's why his mother dies so quickly. She must be too shocked. Okay, huh? His mother passed away after birth. Can't remember how long, but maybe he's too shocked. But in the old time, you know, we didn't have a lot of good medicine for after birth problems, yeah. So she was maybe one of those unfortunate. Or maybe she had done her job, the duty for this world, and then she was born in heaven immediately. Yes. Afterward, the Buddha went to that heaven to pay respect to his mother and also give her some spiritual guidance and lectures. So is it nice that you are a practitioner? Yes, you can always see your parents even when they pass away, and even can continue helping them to elevate spiritually. So that's the most filial deed you can do for your parents. Is that not so?
Yes.
So this is a different kind of filiality, yes. And to take care of your parents when they are alive is also filial. But to help their soul and to liberate them after they pass away, that's even more filial, yes? Like in many Buddhist stories that we have heard, yes? That even can rescue the mother from hell, yeah, even from the non-stop hell. Like Maudgalyana, or like Kristigaba Bodhisattva when he was still a human being, yeah? Remember? Etc.
Yes.
What else now? Okay, so he asked immediately. The boy said, "Now it's my turn, sir. May I ask you a question?" And then he said, "How come the geese and the ducks, you know, they float on top of water? Why do the flamingo make such a noise? Their voices so loud like that. And the pine trees and such similar, they are all green, all 4 seasons. How come even in winter, yeah, they're also green? You know, right? The pine trees and similar trees, yeah, they are green all year round, even in winter. Many other trees, they lose their leaves in autumn and maybe look like dead and dry in winter, right? Yes. So how come this kind of tree is still green?" So Confucius answered him, "The geese and the ducks, they are floating because they have webbed their feet, yeah? and also use that like a pedal. The flamingo's voice is very loud because they have very long necks. Oh, Confucius is going to have problem. I don't remember what the boy would tell him, but I think he would have a problem. Yeah, because the tigers, they don't have long neck, they're loud, very loud, right? Lions and all that, and so on. And even giraffe has a longer neck, even he doesn't make loud noises like that. The giraffes don't, right? Okay.
No.
Well, I have never met them, but I guess they don't. They're not famous for loud noises. Too busy, you know, touching the tree, you know, reaching the high branch to eat. Okay, and the pine family kind of trees, similar trees, are green all year round, even in winter, because their trunks are very solid and strong and hard inside. Oh, Hạng Thác loudly proclaim and laugh. He say, "Oh, sir, that's not true." I knew it, even though I forgot. I knew it, because it's so simple, right? Many animals have long necks. They don't make a lot of noise.
Yes.
Even the swans that I knew, they call them mut. They mut, you know? They just make very little noise. Their necks are very long also. You know, right?
Yeah.
You know, from my book called The Noble Wise, yeah, I talk about the swans. You can see how long their necks are, just similar to that flamingo, that he said. So, he say, "Sir, this is not true, it's not correct." The turtle, he floats on top of the water, not because they have this kind of webbed feet. Oh, wow. The type of frog, their voice is very, very loud, but they don't have any neck even. Almost no neck. They don't have long neck. And the bamboos, they're also green all seasons. But their inside is hollow. Is it true?
Yes.
The bamboo doesn't have any solid and strong trunk. They're empty inside.
Yes.
Wow. Confucius, I'm so sorry. Really, I'm sorry. I always tell my disciples, I don't know when I don't know. I ask them everything from A to Z about computers. And I even ask them often also, how about this? I cannot do this, I cannot do that. And they will give me advice. Yeah, and I always thank them, humbly. Yes, being a Supreme Master and don't even know everything. But I told everybody knows that I don't know everything. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
First of all, your brain has a limit. Second, you have limited time to do research on all this worldly knowledge, and it keeps updating all the time. You know that, right?
Yes.
Even nowadays we have iPhones, but then the newer iPhone comes out and everybody goes gaga together. Even get up so early, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and queuing all night just to get the first whatever iPhone that's the newest one. Yeah?
Yes.
And we still say, oh, my iPhone is outdated. Your phone is old-fashioned. Blah, blah, blah. This phone doesn't have this app, doesn't have this down. We forget to be grateful for what we have. Because in the old time, when I was in high school or something, the only people who could contact each other were in the government. You know, they have these kinds of long, complicated, big machines. And in the beginning, they could not even talk to each other. They have to use Morse codes, yeah? Tick, 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 tack, tack, tick, tack, short, short, long, long. Remember?
Yes.
And they use that in the army to contact each other. So when they are in the field and all that, they can help each other, okay? In time of emergency, when they need more backup, yeah? More soldiers, more units to come and fight, etc., etc. Or before they use that for telegraphs, Yeah, before that we did not have telephone. We normal people did not have that kind of communication instruments, right? Yes.
Yes.
I remember when I was in high school, I did not have anything like that. At that time, I read some newspaper somewhere that say somebody predicted that in the future we can talk to each other long distance. And after that, somebody predicted again, saying that in the future you cannot just talk to each other, but you can even see each other. Yeah, and now we have that. You see?
Yes.
We have iPhones that we can Skype and talk to each other just like now. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So all these predictions came true. Oh, wow. So now Confucius is in trouble. Yeah. It's true what he said, the little boy, right?
Yes.
Oh, he knew already in advance. He already prepared all his questions, I guess, before Confucius came. That's why he built the clay citadel there waiting for him. I guess his parents were initiated. And maybe forced him to get initiation from Confucius, and he did not like it. So he prepared all this for him. Now, Confucius feeling very, very uncomfortable. Yeah, very lúng túng là sao hả? Nervous, huh? No.
Frustrated.
Not just frustrated, no.
Perplexed.
Lúng túng đó là
Or helpless. Something. Confused.
not confused, perplexed, not that.
You know how to search it?
If you know it, you do it.
Google.
Lucky we are between each other in the house. All in house, otherwise people can see what you are doing. Say, we thought the SMTV people were smart. Not against this little boy. No. I will also surrender. I don't know all this kind of stuff. I still don't know a lot of stuff. Anyway, like embarrassed and awkward. Okay. Yes. So Confucius felt very, very awkward in front of this intelligent boy with all his questions and answers. Oh, so Hạng Thác continued. Sir, may I ask you more? Not waiting for the answer, he immediately shoots. Sir, why is the sun in the morning big and at noon is smaller? Oh, Confucius. He answered too quick, he should have thought. He answered immediately, said, because in the morning, at dawn time, the sun is nearer to us. So Hạng Thác grilled him. No, sir. Then why in the morning the air is cool? And at noon, when you say the sun is further from us, but the sun feels very hot. The sun makes the air hot. So Confucius, guess what he did? Tell me.
He gave up. Maybe he was speechless.
Yeah, he sighed a very long sigh. If it were me, I do the same. I do it in the beginning already. Don't even wait until now when at the end, he's defeated time again and again like this. I would have signed already in the beginning. After the boy answered all the questions already. He should have gone. Yeah? Turn away from the citadel, go on one side of the road and disappear. And saying something like, I have group meditation to attend. Like I would say that. Yeah, I would. Sorry, I'm busy. I have Supreme Master Television to edit the shows. I have group meditation to attend. I have many disciples waiting for me. Excuse me, sayonara. Yeah, so that I don't lose more faith than I already did. Never mind. Confucius, you have to understand. that he is a scholar, a poet. Yeah, he wrote good poems, good essays. Yeah, and he is excellent in his spiritual attainment. Yeah, and all he wanted to do was to help the world to be enlightened, so that they have no more war with each other. They have no more killing of the animals or humans.
Yes, Master.
And that is his job, his mission at that time. I guess he did not have enough time to read other scientific, research and outcome, eh? Just like me now, I don't know everything. I know something when I have time to look. Even before this pandemic, I don't know how long, how many years, I don't even look at television. Only now and then when there's some good movies, yeah, very rare. Like Merlin, remember?
Yes.
We can watch it, some part of it together, so that I can explain to you about Sen Tai Tu Hoa, remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Otherwise, I don't even watch anything. I don't watch the news. Only when the pandemic came, I know I have to know, okay, in order to tell you what to do, okay, and to protect you and to protect many other people, as many as I can, whoever listens to me. Got that?
Yes, Master.
And by the way, I came across many other news that are not favorable. And then, in me, when I see things that are not fair, not correct, I cannot just ignore it.
Yes.
Even though I know it's not very safe for me. Okay? Because you will always offend someone when you defend someone else. That is this world. Yes. And it's not only one or two someone else, but millions of someone else. In the case of America, for example.
Yes.
My fault, of course. I told you already. I never blame anyone. Just myself. Yeah. I take care of too many things. And worry about too many people. So, Confucius gave a big, long sigh and turned around to his retinue and disciples and told them, wow, the younger generations are truly praiseworthy. Yeah. But in some other printed story I read before, they say, oh, the younger generations are really to be feared, something like that. Hậu sinh khả úy. Yeah. So never mind, it doesn't matter either to be praiseworthy or, I'll say, scary or fearsome is similar. He's really felt humble and defeated. Yeah. So in order to know all this worldly knowledge, we should really observe well and think through, So all the things that he couldn't answer, he should have observed it more, yeah? And thinking it through. But of course, he did not put attention too much into worldly knowledge. And these things have not much to do with spiritual practice and liberation. Thus, he did not study or research well.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the Tao Te Ching, it is also said that the wise seem like the ignorant. Yeah. The wise and the ignorant look similar. Seem like similar. Yes. They are wise in spiritual practice, in spiritual wisdom, in heavens, but they are not necessarily wise in worldly knowledge. There's also a saying in India that if you have too much intellectual knowledge, it will hinder your spiritual understanding. Maybe because you're too full in here, in your head. Or maybe because if you have too much worldly knowledge, you feel too proud, too arrogant, thinking nobody knows better, yeah? Or you're too proud of your knowledge. Then you might not seek inside wisdom. Then you might lose your kingdom, which you could not find that easily. Yeah, you might not lose it, but meaning that you lose a chance to find your kingdom again, to find your spiritual splendor again.
Yes.
Many of the highly accomplished in the world, they really seek spiritual knowledge. Really, they come to the feet of any guru to learn something more than just the material aspect of life. Yeah, things they can see, things they can prove, things they can touch, things they can hear. You got that? Yeah?
Yes.
So very little of the highly intellectual people became spiritually interested or became like highly achieved spiritually. Okay, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
So now you want to know what happened to the boy?
Yes.
He left his physical body when he was 11 years old only.
Wow.
4 years after he met Master Confucius.
Wow.
And people in that area, they make a small memorial to remember him and to pay respect to this genius. They call him youth genius. Yes. Okay, that's it. It's the end of the story.